Hey, what's up guys, ELP Modelling here. Today we have the wonderful Fujimi Ferrari F12 Berlinetta. Now I'll start off by showing you the decals that are included in the kit. Disappointingly you only get an F12 Berlinetta plate, however you do get plenty of other decals as well. Many Ferrari badges of course, you got a little screen there for the dash as well. Now some of these won't be used because this particular version, you got to make sure when you buy it that it is the one with sort of the deluxe version. It comes with photo etch. And this wonderful little sheet here that tells you exactly where it all goes with part numbers and whatnot. So they've really made the effort with this. It is fantastic. And on the other side it just shows you the remaining photo etch parts like the Ferrari badges and also the window masks, which is a fantastic addition. Because as I'm sure you all know, I hate doing them. But let's see exactly what is in this kit. Now you're in for a shock if you've not seen any of these before. Link in the description as always guys for the instructions, and I'll show you the clear parts. Flip it over. You've got the front screen, no side windows, but you do get the rear side windows. I'll explain why in a minute. You've got the front lights of course, and there are your side windows, which sort of give away the surprise a little bit there. Rear lights, and then your rear screen, and then your side repeaters. And we'll get this little chrome one out of the way with actually. You've got your exhausts, side view mirrors, and then your front grille. And the body. Look at this. Fujimi have outdone themselves. It has opening doors, look! How cool is that? Now I have heard some people say that the doors don't perfectly fit right when they're shut, but in my opinion, who cares? Leave the doors open, it looks really cool. Everything is separate though, absolutely everything. The only thing that is sort of moulded in is the rear bumper. And while we're on the subject, it's fantastic. You've got the usual mould lines underneath the rear lights, but you know, apart from that, what a beautiful car this is. As you know, I'm a bit more of a Lambo man than a Ferrari man, but this and the F430 Scuderia really do it for me. They are fantastic. Somewhat of a boring engine bay, but then again, I think a lot of newer cars are, but that's just my opinion. But, you know, the plastic's nice and hard, it's not very thick, it is really good. So impressed with that. Now, first where I come to is your interior. There is your dashboard, steering column and steering wheel and paddle shifters, number plates, and then a couple of grille pieces as well. That I'm unsure of, that may be in the engine bay area, but of course it'll all become apparent when we build it. And that, I'm not actually sure, it's frustrating actually, there's so many vents and whatnot, but you know, there are your front wipers as well. But this kit is phenomenal. I cannot wait to do this. I'm just stuck on colour as always. I can never decide on car colours. Now the one thing that lets this down is the fact that the bottom of the seats are moulded in. That drives me up the wall. I don't know why they do it. The Prius is the same, or Prius, however you want to pronounce it. I just don't know why they do it, especially on a Ferrari kit. Come on, Fujimi. But there aren't any mould marks anywhere. The centre section probably could have been done separately as well. You have got the marks here, but they're actually flat. So ignore those. They look like they're there, of course, but they're not. They're flat. So with a bit of flocking, that'll soon be covered up. Now your door cards, which of course go on the separate doors. Lovely details on those. And you have these seats, which look amazing. And then of course you get the backs. Voila. With a little hole at the top that will need filling, but you know, it's not the end of the world. You've got the rear view mirror there as well. Now I'll show you the chassis that is next up on the sprue pile. Wheel wells that are all different, all separate. Various little chassis pieces as well. You've got the steering arm there. A couple more vents as well. And of course the boring section of the chassis that you don't see, and then this of course is the business end. Nice and flat, of course, for the aerodynamics. I'm pretty sure the lower arms on an F12 don't look like that either, so that may need some adjustment on there. Same with the rear ones as well. But it looks fantastic. Fujimi seem to have done it again. They've gone to great lengths with everything else, and then the kit's let down again by some silly little things really. But you have your bonnet or hood. And we have the gorgeous front bumper. And we get it the right way round. There we go. Would have been nice if this was moulded in the actual body, I think, but you know, not to worry. It does attach nicely. Very, very nice. Wing mirrors, and then a few other little body pieces as well. There isn't a huge amount of flash on these parts either, which is nice. Does make life a lot easier. Now, another cool feature are the brakes, which are all separate. The calipers are separate, so are the discs, and when the wheels turn, so do the discs. That is very cool. Like the F430, I love that touch. And then there's a couple of suspension little bits there, and you've got your pegs for the wheels. Now, talking of suspension quickly, Hobby Design do a low-down suspension kit, which I have got, and I will be fitting it. So when I come to build this, I will do a before and after and what difference it makes. Now, your wheels that come with the kit, staggered of course, wider at the rear, and they are just your typical Ferrari wheels. However, I won't be using those. As nice as quality as they are, and very nicely cast, I will be using these, providing they're not too small. These ADV wheels. I think they may be an inch too small, but we'll see. Now, your final sprue then, everyone, is your engine, which is very detailed, I must say. Pipe work, engine covers, air intakes, you've got the block there as well, all very nicely detailed. Really, you could go crazy with this actually. You've got the air intakes there, and then the front of the engine with the belts on. And that is it, guys. The only thing that's left in the box is a set of poly caps and a rod for the rear wheels. So yeah, let me know what you think then, guys. Fantastic kit, but let down by a couple of points. You know, half the seats moulded in the interior for one. That's a big letdown for me really, but it isn't the end of the world. But yeah, if you've built one, if there's anything to watch out for, any tips on building them, let us all know. Share the tips in the community. And don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever you like, as long as it's nice. And I will see you in the upcoming videos, and also on Instagram at ELP_modelling. Take it easy then, guys. Bye bye.